So the way the interface works, what we can see now is the mixer overview, which shows all of your long channel strips. As I switch through them, nothing really changes. You can do some settings from in here, like at the top we can, for instance, set the gain of input microphones and various things that we might have connected. We can also do these things for each individual channel with some larger controls for touch devices. So I'm using a touchscreen Windows computer at the moment. If we, for instance, select the next tab along, which is channel, we then have all of the individual settings for that particular channel. So we've got the channel input, we've got a nice larger control here for setting the mic gain, and we can change the polarity, we can link it to another channel if we want channel 1 and 2 to be stereo for a stereo source coming into both. And we've got a noise gate, EQ and a compressor that we can make some changes to if we need to. But we also have more fully featured controls for those effects, the gate, EQ and compressor up the top here as well. So with the input tab just next to channel here as well, we can change the input source if we don't want channel 1 to be selecting a source from the first channel position on the mixer front panel, for instance. We can choose any source input that we like. The most common thing to change that for on the XR12 would be USB left and right. And you just see as I move along through the channel, if I can select channels in the interface just by touching them. And what that actually means is all of these settings at the top of the screen are changing to represent insert effects and various settings for that particular channel that you've currently got selected. So for instance, if I was to select channel 3, I'll go to the compressor page and I'll just choose one of these basic presets. So now we've got some alterations to those compressor settings for channel 3, and if I then just cycle back to channel 2, you'll see that goes back to the default settings. So any changes you make to these are all based on the individual channel, and you can easily recall presets and save them. So just moving along to the Sens tab, this looks a bit more confusing than it is, and I won't labour all of the features within here, but this is where you can see what each individual channel might be sending to as a bit of an overview at each point in time. The main tab up here just shows what's happening with our main output. It can be stereo or can be mono if we just turn the LR off. Then the effects page, this shows our 4 effects sends that we have. So we've got 2 reverbs and a delay and a chorus, and you can change these from the drop down menu to be something else if you like. There's a bunch of things to choose from, so a lot of effects to play with. And then lastly, we've got a metering tab up the top here, so you can see the overall metering that's happening at the moment. So you can see when I tap this microphone, I'll go back to the main mix, we've got signal coming into channel 1. It's also going to 2 of the effects sends and going to the effects returns, and mono or main out is receiving that signal as well.